beautiful people, welcome back. So we are going to do a recap and a review of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 3 episode 11, titled High Stakes and Friendship Breaks. So we're still in San Diego with the ladies. It's the morning, the next morning, they're getting ready for their day. They're having breakfast. Some ladies are lounging by the pool, having conversations. We have others who are in the kitchen cooking up breakfast, and they let us know that they're going to go to the beach for the day. So before they actually leave, remember the last episode ended where the ladies were at dinner and they were having discussions and everybody was all over the place. So now we have Jen visiting Angie K in her room and, talking about what happened and apologizing yet again. So they made up. We also have Heather coming to the kitchen, and we have Lisa leaves by the pool and coming to the kitchen as well. And they're talking to each other about their friendship with Jen, about the way that Jen just expects everybody to accept her attitude. She gets drunk, she gets loud, she gets crazy, she does all kind of things, and when she's sober again, she just expects everybody to just move on about the way she's treated them when she was intoxicated. So they're discussing how they need to address it and let Jen know that it's not okay, because it feels like it's escalating every time they get into a discussion or whatever. So they need to talk to her. They feel that every single time that they get into a fight, it gets worse and worse and worse. So they feel that they need to talk to her about, the pattern that's going on with her. So now we have Angie K comes into the room with Jen, and they hand out beach bag full of goodies, and they're like, all right, come on, let's get on the Sprinter van. We got to go. They get to the beach. They have it set up where there's a couple waiting for them. They have games planned. And of course, Meredith just wanted to lounge by the pool with lounge by the beach with a margarita. There was none of that. They broke up in teams. We had Heather being the captain of one team and Whitney being the other. Some of the games that they did was building sand castles. They're doing the bunny hop in the beach, down the beach in the bag. So they had that going on, and they also did something else where they had to do like go into the bubble and play soccer. Well, just a lot of games that were planned. And long story short, Whitney's team won because, of course, Whitney's very athletic and she's very competitive. So she was making sure that she let her team know, we're not about to lose. We're going to do this. She coordinated everything and they won. So now the ladies are lounging and talking. And some of them decided that they want to go learn how to surf. So we had one group go in the ocean to learn how to surf. They had instructors teaching them. We had the other group go out to lunch because they were hungry. So that was Jen, Heather, and Lisa go out to lunch. And then we had Meredith just wait by the, just sit and watch everybody's stuff, I guess. Or just wait by the, just lounge like she wanted to do. Lounge and sip on her margarita. So they did very well at surfing. Whitney is very athletic and she picks up everything quickly. The other three ladies at lunch, they decide that this is their opportunity to talk to Jen. They order their food and stuff. And they're talking to Jen. Long story short, they're letting Jen know, listen, you're not being fair and kind to us. You expect us to be a friend to you no matter what. And it's not okay because there are ways that you treat us that is not considered cool. So Jen listened to what they had to say. She went onto the defense, and then she drops another bombshell in them. She let them know that she tried to unalive herself, and that's why she was in the hospital for 2 days. Going through what she's going through, she felt that she shouldn't be here anymore, and that's why she tried to do. She scared Sharif, Coach Shaw. And they've been dealing with that. So that's why it was really important for them to get an apology from Angie H regarding the Instagram page that was created. So, of course, that was another shocker. Jen, after she dropped that bombshell, got up from the table, usually do what you say, and then storm away. Lisa and Heather did not follow her. They talked about it, how they're going to address it when she comes back to the table. If she comes back to the table, they apologize to her, saying that they didn't know that was happening, and they don't want her to do something like that to herself, so they're gonna drop the topic and stuff. So they left it alone, and then they got back in the Sprinter van and got home. But I guess there was two Sprinter vans, so we had the two groups of ladies go out. So they each get back to the house. Now Whitney's event for the night is that everybody's gonna dress up as Marilyn Monroe. All the ladies, some Marilyn Monroe inspired outfits. She got blonde wigs for all the ladies. I thought they were gonna do this party at home, but they took it on the road. They went to a restaurant where they had the VIP room, and now they're getting serious in the room. Lisa started the ball rolling by letting Heather know that Whitney was not happy with her. Heather is saying this is the first she's hearing about it. Like, you're having conversations with people about me, but you're not talking to me. Whitney's like, I've been trying to talk to you forever and you're not listening to me. I've told you what I've been dealing with, my childhood trauma, and you put hands on me and stuff like that. And then, of course, Heather was trying to talk over her, and she's like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk to you about something serious, and you're talking over me. You're not listening. She accused Heather of gaslighting her and stuff like that. At one point, Whitney got up out the room, but then she decided, no, this needs to be addressed. So the whole focus was on the two of them. All the other ladies kept quiet, made sure that they got their conversation. And even though they got the conversation going and they're talking back and forth, they felt that they still did not resolve anything. One of the ladies felt that was a bummer, that the evening was becoming a bummer. And she's like, come on, let's go clubbing. So now everybody goes clubbing. Of course, we still have to pick sides. One side is Whitney and her little crew partying, and then we have Jen and her little crew partying. So they did that for a little while. Now everybody comes back home drunk. They're drunk out of their mind. Everybody's been drinking. They come to the house and they play little games with each other. We see a timestamp of on the camera. We see people moving about the house. Now the ladies decided that they were tired and they're going to bed. The last scene shows where we have Heather go into her room. She made sure she locked the door. And then we see at 4:50 in the morning, we see somebody trying the door to open the door. And I'm guessing, she wanted to know who was at the door. So she goes in and opens the door, and then the camera goes black. Next scene is early morning now. We see her send a text to Meredith. Meredith, come to my room right away. When Meredith comes to Heather's room, Jen is already there. And Heather takes off her sunglasses, and we see Heather with a black eye, and we see her with bruises on her arms. We see Meredith's look of shock. She's like, what happened? When did this happen? Because we were just together a couple of hours ago. And that's when the camera goes black. So we don't know who assaulted Heather. All we know is that we're going to start out the next episode with Heather having a black eye and bruises. I'm assuming it was Whitney. I'm not saying it's her, but we're going to see next episode, because Whitney was really angry, frustrated, hurt, and I guess she just needed to let it out on Heather. So I'm assuming it's Whitney. That's the only person I could think of, because I don't see anybody else having any issues with Heather. Jen is right there by her side. Meredith is right there with her. Her and Lisa are not like that. The only person angry enough with Heather to do that to her is Whitney. So I'm assuming that it's Whitney who did that to her own cousin and her friend. So girl, that is what's going on. We have friendships breaking down. Whitney says she's really, really hurt by Heather's behavior towards her, because she's not very trusting of people. The only people that she really trusts is her husband, Justin, and Heather. And she feels like Heather is not listening to her, and she's not taking their friendship seriously. Like, you're not listening to me. You think of me as somebody you could just wave off and not give the attention to. So we'll see what happens. We did get an apology from Jen to Lisa while they were out to lunch, and you know that Lisa has been looking for her apology for a while. And Jen did apologize to her. She accepted it. So I guess they're going to move on. She let Jen know that, I really value your friendship. And I try to be a friend to you unconditionally, but it's really, really hard because of the way that you do treat me. So that's where we are with it. We have a lot of friendships that are in questions. We have a lot of conversations that needs to be had. And we're going to see how things unravel in the next episode. So that is my recap and my review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 3, Episode 11, titled High Stakes and Friendship Breaks. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening to this on my podcast, Reality TV Space with Georgia Denise, be sure to subscribe to the podcast, download this episode, and share it. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.